What's up, everybody? Kyle here. As you can see, things with the beers and stuff have just been insane. We've already taken 4 whole bins to the people at the post office. They absolutely hate us. We live in a little small town. They love us, but they hate us. We're the reason they hire new people because it's all how many packages you scan in. But at the same time, they hate us when we show up with 4 bins. But as most of you guys know, I've started posting recently on here YouTube vlog videos. The number one, can you stop that for a sec? Very important. Just chill. The number one question I've been asked so far is, why don't you post on your other channels? As you can see right there, that's a YouTube gold play button. It's an old school one. They don't make them like that anymore. They make them a little cooler. See that? So I have one of those, but obviously this channel, like most of you know, is not at 1 million subscribers like that was for. But the real ones should know and do know that I should have 2 of those. I actually had 2 channels. One that was terminated, one I still currently have, but the vibe's kind of off on the channel. It's kind of like, hey, just do all the stuff we always used to do. We don't want to see anything new. But so the number one question is, why did you stop making YouTube videos in the first place on this channel? That one right there. And this is going to be the last time, the only time I explain it. So if somebody asks in the comment section, somebody asks, you know, make a video about why you stopped. This is like the video. If somebody asks me on Instagram, somebody asks me anywhere, the video, it's going to be right here. I'm going to send you here. So you came from Instagram possibly, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. Not like super hardcore detail, but I'm going to make it as simple as possible. And a lot of you guys are coming from some of my social channels, and I kind of was going organic with this channel at first. So a lot of people, so there might be some people in here that just think I'm a guy who like goes and fishes, which I do, who aren't necessarily familiar with like my old content. And when I say old content, a channel that I created back in 2011, I want to say, that I originally built up to 2 million followers. Pretty much on the day that I hit 2 million followers, my whole channel was terminated. My livelihood was gone. Hardcore depression. And it was all pretty much my fault. The type of content I used to do was very edgy for that time. I mean, think about 7 years ago. So the content would not survive. I mean, you guys can probably go search my old, like I said, most of you guys already know, but you guys can go search my old YouTube videos. Some of them are there, but the name of the channel or the alter ego is MrTechnicalDifficult. Now don't be like thrown off, be like, well, I thought this guy was a sweet little family guy. I am, but I was like, hey, this is my chance. I'm really good at making crude humor. This is my chance to like make a decent living. My whole goal for the channels were to make a decent living, and that was like my route, was to make this crazy crude humor. Doesn't mean I'm like an a-hole of a person. I did what I did to have to support my family. It kind of sounds like I like hooked, but I definitely didn't hook. But you can go look at the content. A lot of it is out there. A lot of it is missing from YouTube. But basically I was a victim of YouTube's like 3-strike system, almost kind of like a felon. But it's kind of weird because at one point I had like 7 strikes on my channel, whether it be like just inappropriate content, whether it was, you know, saying too wild, like, you know, some sexual stuff as jokes. I got a lot of strikes for catching child predators and putting their face on blast in videos, even though we got like 3 or 4 of them arrested. Did a lot of prank calls, mainly to prostitutes. But I became, once YouTube switched over to like their 3-strike system, I hit 2 million followers, woke up, you know, a couple days later, noticed I had a strike on my account, and they're saying I can't access my account for 2 weeks. And while I was on that two week ban with no access to my account, I picked up a 3rd strike, and poof, gone. We got as far up as talking to a dude. The dude for part of my network is like the guy who created the YouTube like creator program, or like the funding program where how people make money, and he didn't even have it. He got really high up the ladder at YouTube, and they still said, you can use your other channel, but you can't use this channel. We're sorry, like we're gonna make a lesson of you. So yeah, just 2 million followers like that. Some people to this day never even saw some of my other channels I started after that. But pretty much from that point, I knew that YouTube was not gonna be my path of least resistance. I continue to make YouTube videos on my other channels, but if it happens once, it's most likely going to happen again, especially if I don't change the content. So that's when I realized, like, okay, I got to find other sources of income, because now I have kids, now I got people I have to support, and if I don't have an income for my family and stuff, then it's just not going to work out. So that, even though I continue to make YouTube videos after this termination, and I still had a big like gaming channel that actually that gold play button is from. I had a big gaming channel that I just converted to my main channel, so it wasn't that big a deal. But I knew that that was not going to be my path, was to make this content. Like I said, if it happens once, it's typically going to happen again. So I did a lot of things on Facebook, and I took kind of this, once I started to do some things on Facebook, we had a viral media site that was taking off. That's when I'm like, that's when I could be comfortable and eventually make my way back to making content where we're at now. But for the longest time, I just was like, there's no way I could. I made like little stints trying to come back on YouTube, but I just knew it wasn't going to work out, because I wasn't into making content like that anymore. On my time away, I'm like, it's fun every now and then, you know, to hop on and make some of the old stuff, but to do it on a daily basis, I wanted to make content my kids and myself can come look at in 10 years and be like, oh, that's awesome. That's, you know, relive some of the memories. I kind of, the way I kind of tell people is, I have some vlog videos on here that have my kids in it when they're like when Abel's 1 year old or 1 year old. And I'm like, I do not even remember, like I do remember some instances, but I don't really remember, you know, him being 1 year old. He's only 8. He's 8 now, but it's kind of cool going to see some of those memories on YouTube. So I was like, I need to make some more memories with my kids, and then I can come watch it 20 years from now. So I got to keep the content clean. I don't want to be getting into trouble. I don't want any violations, and realistically, either I keep it clean and stuff like this. There's no way I'm gonna go here and there. I'll make some videos on my other channel, you know, mainly probably to promote this channel. But when it comes to that old content, especially nowadays, I mean, like I said, this was 5-6 years ago where things weren't as sensitive as they are. So that's been what's up, and I'm very focused on this. Today's Monday, so I have an awesome fishing video that I filmed over the weekend, but it wasn't going to be edited and ready to go. So instead of just throwing the edit together, it's super awesome fishing. Instead of throwing the editing together, I was like, I'll just tell it. People ask me this all the time. So every now and then, when it comes to a Monday, and if I didn't have something ready, kind of like today, I'll just answer. That's a big question that people always ask, like, why did you stop making YouTube videos for so long? So I'll just come in here, answer that for you guys. Anybody who asks in the future, this could be 3 years from now, and somebody's like, why'd that guy stop making YouTube videos? This is where I'm going to send them, right here. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. If you want to go look at some of the content, like I said, it's aggressive. It's very aggressive, but it's just what I used to do to make a living. And that's, some people don't like hearing it, but when I started my original YouTube channel, I literally started it to make a healthy income. I told people I wasn't going to be doing this type of content by the time I'm 30. You know, I would always say 40, let alone 30. But I've moved on from it, and I literally just started the channel to make money, and it was fun. And for me, it has to be fun to be able to be successful and then make money. So it's not like it's like I'm only doing this for money. Like if I did stuff to only make money, I'd go buy like an Allstate franchise. Like, I ain't doing that. That's not fun. So go if you want to go. If you're really curious and some of the content, you just search MrTechnicalDifficult. I think if you put in like MRT, it'll just kind of autocomplete, or ahead of Mr. T. Haha, loser. But thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. That's my story. Broken, like, it's a lot more complicated than that, but that's pretty much what happened. Got terminated, 3-strike policy, got a little crazy, said some wild stuff, and it's pretty much as simple as that. You know, I could like tell you what exact videos and stuff got the violations. You guys don't got time for that. So, oh, cool, 10 minutes. See you guys later. Bye.